All right, so up next is a movie that both of us saw, and this is a film that will appeal to a certain generation. And of course, the film I'm talking about is Snoopy Presents Welcome Home, Franklin. Now, in this film, or this short, because it's only like 39, 40 minutes.
40 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, newcomer Franklin has trouble fitting in with the Peanuts gang. Then he learns about a soapbox derby race, and he's sure that winning that race will also mean winning over new friends. When I started off by saying that this movie is for a certain generation, if you watch the Peanuts when they were making these movies in the 70s and 80s, man, the Peanut, and let's just keep it real, Charles. Charles Schultz, who I love, and I've got like a huge golden 50th anniversary Peanut book right behind me on my shelf. I love the Peanuts, man. I thought that Charlie Brown, Lucy, all these different kids that were a part of the Peanut universe, thought they were great. But I also remember that they dissed the bejesus out of Franklin. And was it the Thanksgiving episode, Charles? Like
Yes.
Thanksgiving?
Charlie Brown's Thanksgiving.
Where seven of the white peanuts, because I'm going to make it racial right now, seven of the white peanuts were sitting on one side of the table, and they had the brother on the left side of the table by himself. And I was like, that's not right. That's not
in
right.
A patio chair.
In a patio chair at Thanksgiving. Y'all cold, man. That peanut world is cold. So this movie, to me, feels like it should have been called Franklin's Revenge. Because they did a story where Franklin finally gets his time to shine. And so I'm watching this movie, and of course, Franklin moves to town. And Charles, I know you're going to talk about this a little later on in the review. This got to be the blackest episode of the Peanuts that they've ever. There's references to James Brown. We got John Coltrane. I'm like, man, what this episode was missing? Because we had a famous interaction when we were in Sundance, when we talked about Black Famous. Man, the day they had Luther Vandross and Frankie Beverly and me. So I'm sorry, but yes, this episode, man, was it was really interesting. And of course, as we did in the setup, man, everybody, all of the Peanut characters, none of them were rocking with Franklin at the beginning until he hangs up and hooks up with Charlie Brown. There's a race coming up. They build their car. I think what was it called? Was it the Unbelievable, the Undeniable? It was the
Unstoppable.
Unstoppable, right? They built the first car. They went practicing in that car. That first one got towed up. That first one didn't make it. So the one that they ended up in the race was the one that the two of them came back together, rebuilt. And I'm not going to spoil it, let you know whether they won the race or not, because that's not really important. The important part is that, Franklin was accepted into the community, and then they brought that scene back, Charles. And this time, I'm not even going to tell you how it ends. This time, Franklin got his revenge. He just was not left in a patio chair on one side of the table by itself. And for that, I dug it, man. All of the other attributes and everything else. Okay, so on the scale, we're doing alphabets, man. This is an A-, man. The only reason why I had to deduct a half a point, man, in solidarity with my woman, was mad that the voice of the kid of Franklin is not a brother. But I like this movie. I like this show a lot, Charles. What did you think?